Hello everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Let's continue the very important part about the validation of the pasteurization process, our CCP number one. The validation, very important also as the verification. Scientific research. Why I'm using the scientific research? Like previously mentioned, I am ensuring that the parameters I have set here about the temperatures, about the time are according to scientific base and according to historical data. And mainly scientific base, not and all the risk and the pasteurization are from the salmonella and E. coli. Improper pasteurization lead to salmonella and E. coli infestation. So I must ensure this data. And what are my reference? Of course, scientific research from reputable. Let me mention here from reputable resources, whatever these resources are. Okay, for example, WHO, FAO, whatever the scientific research or any reputable uh, research paper. So on the beginning of your HACCP plan, when this verification, when this validation, the methodology are using the scientific scientific studies and literature, okay, and the industry guidelines to ensure that the pasteurization process controls identifying the hazard items as salmonella or E. coli. The records, you must have the research records as a reference and the responsibilities by the quality manager and the food safety team. The second validation are the microbiological testing. Moment. Yes, I am ensuring that the testing I'm using in my laboratories are the dedicated testing that are used for detection of the salmonella and the E. coli in our in my final product. Sorry, in my final product. So I am ensuring that I am using the right way to control the and to detect any deviation in the microbiological infestation, and I ensure that these tests are the usage are properly for salmonella and E. coli. Okay, and the records will be the test records and the responsibilities, the laboratory team. And for example, you have sent these analysis in external third party, so you must ensure that these external laboratories are approved and they have authorization, and maybe you can have some kind of ensuring that they are complying with the ISO standards related to the laboratories and implementing the good laboratories practices. For example, every 3 or 6 months, based on the changes in your process or installing of new equipment. Okay, so let's continue the validation. Okay, there is third party validation annually or according to your budget. You'll send your data to an expert, and this expert will validate all your data provided. Sorry, I will add here the third party expert. Okay, okay. After that, the benchmark. You must compare your performance and compare all your data with similar companies. Maybe the data of the similar companies are a little bit confidential, but you can, for example, ask this authority which is calibrating, or sorry, which is making the test, shall these numbers are complying with other competitors, ensuring from the governmental authorities, shall I complying with the local requirements, because the local requirements are mentioning these standards. So shall I complying or not? Okay. The benchmarking records, it is if it's present, and the third party expert or third party authority. Very good. Okay. The other validation. Again, we are talking about the validation of the pasteurization process according to risk assessment. The risk assessment, we are mentioning it, that I'm putting risk assessment and then I'm having this identified microbiological risk here in this process. For example, there is another microbiology we don't know. I don't know, some new kind of bacteria, some virus, whatever, the some maybe fungus, maybe a mold, whatever the microbiological hazard, you must ensure that according to the risk assessment done by the whole food safety team. The food safety team, not only again and again and again. It's not only the duty of one person, it's the duty of a team. Okay. Of course, the historical data are very important. These historical data, we must compare our records of reject rates, of the on-hold product, of hazard detection, product quality, the customer complaints, if there is any complaints related to this part. In any historical data, it's better to refer also to consumer and customer complaint, mainly in the sorting also and the filtering process, but it will be more controlled in the upcoming CCP, which is the X-ray. Historical data, that will be the CCP deviation report. Not only deviation actually, it's the CCP follow-up report and the deviation report. Okay, with analysis and trends and the laboratory tests. Okay, to review the efficiency of the pasteurization and the consumer and customer complaints reports and records. It will be the responsibility by the quality manager and food safety team. Sometimes we are putting the sales person because you can have some kind of oral consumer complaints to be received by the salesperson, or who is the person who are dealing with the consumer if there is any consumer or customer complaint. And finally, the training records, the validation of the training records. Are we training our people, the production guy and the quality guy who are responsible of these tests, because they are the people who will test the production labor and the quality inspector. Let me mention it here in the validation. Sorry. The production labor and the quality inspector. Are these people are trained on our dedicated parameters and the limits or not? Are they trained to fill the document properly? Yes or no? Are these training having exam? Yes or no? Shall they have passed this exam? Yes or no? All these data must be present. So you will build a very, very strong documentation, you can say pyramid, for all your processes within your organization. Finally, the responsibility will be the quality supervisor, quality manager, food safety team, and of course the production manager. We have finished the pasteurization process, which is very, very, very important verification for it and the validation for it. I hope I have explained properly these data, and I wish all of you best of luck. Thank you so much, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and like our content. And best of luck for all of you, and goodbye.